Hey, True Believers, Englentine here with the review of Avengers, the Shards of Infinity, and I think this is a one-shot or it's a number one. Anyway, either way, I can understand. Look, this is a cash grab, all right? The movie's coming out. They want to draw people in. You see the movie, you come into the shop, and you go, wow, that looks just like the movie thing, and okay, I understand, and it's a good thing, because they haven't been doing that for the last decade. They might as well finally have an Avengers that look like the Avengers in the movies. The problem is, the whole point of a cash grab comic is that you make it good to draw readers in, to make them want to pick up another Avengers. But the Avengers Shards of Infinity here is not a good movie. It is so freaking bad. It's not good, guys. It is not good at all. Not to mention misleading. It's called Avengers Shards of Infinity, thinking, oh, okay, we're going to see something with the Infinity Stone. No, it's the Cosmic Cube, which viewers would only see in passing if they watched Thor Ragnarok, which now does that mean it's been blown up with the rest of Asgard? Or was it the Cosmic Cube that Loki took at the end of the movie because I thought it was the Tesseract that that Thanos wanted? I don't know. I've gone cross-eyed, guys. I've gone cross-eyed. Our story begins somewhere in the United States. I'm going to guess Disney World as we focus on a lizard. Yeah, I know they want you to focus on the helicopter, but that lizard is so prominent. And as a matter of fact, I think the story is better if you think of it as being told from the perspective of this lizard. Just saying. Anyway, this also kind of illustrates one of the problems I see with modern-day comic book storytelling. These two first panels could have been done in one. Somewhere in the United States, you didn't need the lizard. You have the helicopter coming down. We have secured the package despite the odds against us, somebody is saying. And then it shows them already have landed. As a matter of fact, I think it shows the helicopter in the middle of landing because the helicopter doesn't seem to be putting any weights on the legs there. So we learn that these agents of some sort in weird leather outfits have stolen something incredibly powerful, but it's broken, and they're like, hey, even fragmented, these things are a key part of Director Karakov's plan. Nothing can halt Lunar in Operation Elimination now. And we find out that Lunar is life under natural authoritarian rule because nature has always been authoritarian. So they approach their little base, and one of, I guess, the lead agent says, place the package there for pickup and delivery to the space. So they get something in this box that they don't want to tell us what it is. So they're saying, the package, I can't believe the package. And it's described as, I kid you not, next word balloon, soon all of the countries of this planet will be rendered completely vulnerable. So this thing is so powerful as to render all other countries very vulnerable, and he says put it by the door. Okay, and you just were talking about other people's security for it. Anyway, he gets hit, and the young lady says, I think we'll start the vulnerable thing with you. And we see Black Widow as she's stripping leather from leather, saying the Black Widow at your service. Of course, we get the title, The Avengers in Shards of Infinity. And I'm thinking, if I was on the opposite side, this is my plan will be get her while she's trying to remove leather from fucking leather. Anyone who has ever even attempted to remove jeans over a tennis shoe knows that this would not be happening. What kind of Teflon suit is she wearing here? And the very next page shows that she is kicking their ass wearing boots. That means she was trying to get boots. I'm sorry if I'm harping on this, but she had boots and was able to strip out of that very easily. And in a book where you have guys dressed up like Captain America throwing around a frisbee that is made of the hardest metal in the world, and a guy wearing a suit of it, and a woman with wrist laser blasters, that's the most unbelievable thing that you will read in this comic book. Well, maybe the second most unbelievable, because there's the dialogue as well. How did you infiltrate our organization? Now that would be telling, and I'd rather be hitting. Yeah, she said that. So anyway, she fights them, of course, knocking them all out, and we do see that the helmets are actual helmets not any kind of easy to remove cloth thing because of the way it shatters the face mask and such. And so she beats him. I've really enjoyed this workout, gentlemen, but now you're overdue for a long nap, and I have a hunch that you'll want to sleep when Madame Krakow finds out you bungled the mission. Sleep tight. And then I guess she goes inside to look for car keys or something. She's not picking up the package. She's going inside the building, and these must be the only agents that are in this building at this time. Because in the next page, we see her, she's at Avengers Tower, and they're like, okay, Natasha, why are we here? And basically, she says everything that we just learned in the last couple of pages there. So, no new information, guys. Way to keep it tight. So anyway, Black Widow goes on to tell him about her little adventure, and she says, a prime piece of the puzzle is the altered vibranium used to power their device. And, of course, that gets Falcon, because you need Falcon to say something. Vibranium? Panther? Isn't that the metal native to Wakanda? For those who haven't seen Black Panther, now you know. And Panther says, that is why I've come here. I can't do the Africa. I could stare in the middle distance, and then I can say this. That is why I've come here, Falcon. Thieves have been smuggling metal from my homeland. If they have tampered with the structure of the metal, you don't understand. It's worse than vibranium, Widow says, and she reveals a shard of the cosmic cube. A shard, or shard. Shard? Yes. Shard is the story we're reading. Shard is what the cosmic cube is. So, Captain America catches everybody up. Holy shit, that'll turn you into a Nazi. Well, he doesn't actually say that, but he says the whole cube can alter reality, but a part of it is really, really powerful too, so they owe Widow a huge debt to keep it out of Lunar's hands, and she says, but wait, they have another one. And they're talking about how dangerous it is, and this Irma Krakow will move up her timetable for her evil plan if we don't get to her soon and take away her cosmic cube. And Panther says, I cannot wait to throttle the scum presumptuous enough to steal from the sacred vibranium mound. The mission is clear. Avengers, we must be on our way. Now, I would love a scene that goes, yeah, Panther, we've moved on from the vibranium. We're dealing with cosmic cube now. Your problems have to wait. And next, we meet our bad guys, Lunar, and they have a base, I kid you not, on the moon. Lunar, Base 1, the nerve sitter of an insidious, years in the making plan to virtually disarm humanity. Now, I'm all for individual freedom. I really am. I believe in it wholeheartedly. But if somebody begins to build a military base on the moon, I think we should keep tabs on that. Just saying. This had to have come, somebody must have had to notice this, at least the Inhumans. Step outside your door. Find out who's building a base right next to your home. Alrighty, so we meet the bad guys. All goes according to plan, my dear Irma. With a cosmic cube fragment en route, we'll soon have all we need to power our cannon to activate our vibranium-containing satellites. You do nope, I'm going to get to the whole vibranium thing in another video sometime. So they're sitting around pontificating, and somebody says, hey, that piece of cosmic cube's been stolen by the Black Widow. And just like Black Widow predicted, Krakow says, oh, well, we must adjust our timetable accordingly. And then we find out that Lunar built Ronald Reagan's Star Wars defense system, basically, and that they really didn't need the second cosmic cube shard. They just fired a laser off of their own satellite into a SHIELD helicarrier. And you would think that this would become an Avengers priority. Holy crap, we need to get to that SHIELD helicarrier and save as many people as we can. But nope, the Avengers decide to go out into space. To go to the lunar moon base, which we just saw this whole... oh, God. Alrighty, it says, where a special space flight outfitted Quinjet shimmers into view, so they had cloaking on it. We were able to avoid radar detection in stealth mode, but we won't be so fortunate inside the facility. Look sharp, everyone. Nothing stops us from reaching our objective. According to the schematics, there's a little used side entrance that we should be able to slip into in a freaking moon base. Not an airlock, mind you. Look at this. It's a hallway. It's just a freaking door that you could open up into space. It's like, hey, let's go out onto the back patio, except for it's the fucking freezing cold vastness of space. This book broke me. The writing is unbelievably bad. The dialogue is far worse. Yes, I understand that's part of the writing. Just go with it. The art is horrible. The situations they're in implausible. This is a cash grab of, I mean, there's just, this is the cash grab. If you ever decided, gee, I wonder what a cash grab is, this is it. Its name, that's it, Infinity. Avengers in Infinity. Oh, and let's take this part right here. This is the big Avengers Assemble part. First of all, Falcon, you ain't fitting through there with those wings spread wide. And why are you flying at this point anyway? You're in a freaking hallway. When you get into the big space, that's when you spread your wings and go. Okay, but let's do this. It's like, Avengers Assemble! Okay. Because then they immediately stop for dialogue. Not just for them, but from the bad guys as well. They Avengers Assemble so they could stop and listen to the bad guy dialogue. What was it they called it in Pixar's Incredibles? I think it was dialoguing or something. Or there's a word for it. I forgot what it is, and I'm freaking ranting at this point. So, don't bother me about it, kids, because at this point where I'm stuttering and everything, it's a rant. It's gone from I'm going to pick this thing apart little by little to this is a full-on freaking rant about this damn book. This is what they are using to draw people in. So hopefully they see or they hear of the preview for Avengers Infinity War, and they go, well, hey, this is the Shards of Infinity. It has to be something. Look, there's Black Panther, there's Falcon, there's Captain America. I'm sure everybody who's saying this is talking in that voice. I'm absolutely convinced of it at this point. They literally came up with the worst design for any freaking bad guys that they could possibly. I mean, they're completely white with one black eye. They fucking designed themselves after Petey from the Little Rascals. Petey's the dog, for those too young to remember the Little Rascals. It's freaking ridiculous. Google it. Google it. They designed themselves after Petey. And also, I did like the fact that they're basically making Star Wars. Not the movie, but the 1980s space defense thing. I thought that was kind of funny. But I don't think they meant it as funny. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And the whole fact that this guy's manhandling Captain America. Okay, I thought, there's at least one scene in the book that I could say is not completely crap. One panel. One thing that you could look at and go, okay, that's a cool image. That's good. After that, nothing. They're in a frickin' moon base that doesn't have airlocks. You just open the door and you're out on the moon. You want to get a cigarette? Yeah. Cause a vacuum. Freeze everybody. I don't know. Guys, what are you going to do here? I have seen bad books before. This is up top somewhere. This is among the bad ones. I cannot imagine a world where this does not get nominated for a Gabby award. At least not for me. I'm going to nominate it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely going to put it up there and see if it'll get voted for. I don't know. Holy Toledo. And I do like the fact also that they just had the Black Panther movie come out, and it's a gajillion dollar making movie. And he is barely in this book, man. If anything, I would have to say congratulations on them for not trying to cash grab using their most cash grabbiest character. You know, he would, if it was a true cash grab, he would be up, down, left, right, and all over this book. But they managed to keep him in the background a little bit. I can also say this. For as much as he cared about the vibranium at the beginning of the book, he doesn't bring it up throughout the rest of the book. It's not like, holy crap, we got to find that vibranium. No, he's just content to do whatever mission they're telling him to do at this point. Or maybe he believes that if they beat this central collection of the bad guys, then all the vibranium is safe from that point on. I don't know. Anyway, Yeah, I tried to go page by page, but after a while, I just had to stop. I just had to stop and put it into it. Somebody had to put an end to this. Except for I do have to talk about this last page. For most of this book, it's resigned itself to just be a stupid story. And the beginning, you know, with the leather on leather, the leather was pretty dumb. The ending, however, they decided to toss in as much bad politics, or at least, you know, yeah, anyway, as they can. So they're flying away. Now that is a beautiful sight. It's just too bad that in space no one can hear you explode. And Black Widow asks Captain, "Speaking of silence, you've been rather quiet, Captain, considering we just saved Earth from enslavement." Captain America responds, "I was just musing, Natasha. Perhaps under other circumstances, wouldn't it be cause for rejoicing if all the world's weaponry were destroyed? Gun control, ladies and gentlemen." Now, that is the dumbest thing to have Captain America say, because they are in a universe with the Skrulls, with the Kree. They've been invaded before, and they're like, "We need to get rid of our weaponry because guns are bad." And so Falcon says, "Excuse me for saying, but isn't that just a touch naive come from the living legend of World War II? I agree." So Cap says, "No one knows the horrors of global conflict better than I do, and no one wants an end to war more than a man whose very purpose in life is to fight it. It reminds me of what John Lennon said, imagining a world where all people could live together in peace." Yeah, but you're also in a universe, dumbass. That is truly a worthy dream to strive for, Avengers. And I'm a dreamer too. Yay! Got in that little stab for illegal immigrants. Rock on! Ladies and gentlemen, the last page of this, just wow. Just fucking wow. What makes this the most beautiful last page of any comic book ever is the fact that the rest of the story had nothing to do with the politics, yet they still managed to shove it right on in. That is amazing. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Have you read Avengers, the Shards of Infinity? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, and subscribe to see more. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything around these parts. Also, this is the way to make a living. So if you don't mind heading on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep making videos, help us buy some more equipment and programs to make better videos. And for as little as $1, you join the Great Graphic Novel the Great Graphic Novel giveaway. It's basically we draw a patron's name out of a hat, and the winner, we send a graphic novel or a trade paperback. Easy peasy. Like to thank, God dang it, I can't talk. We would like to thank everyone who has already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.
Who can we get to win the fight?
A young man.